I don't know if I'm done. I don't know when you're done. I don't know how to walk away. I love it. I love being able to push against and stand for these children and fight for them and give them an experience from little teeny tiny things. It's the best thing ever.
This is a story from Idaho about a foster family's experience helping a family in need. Let's meet our next guest.
My name is Kimberly. I'm a foster parent here in Idaho. We've fostered for about 6 years now. I also work with a company called Fostering Idaho as a RPM and an RPAT. An RPM is a resource peer mentor. Every foster family gets assigned one as they navigate the process through licensing and through your journey of fostering. And then an RPAT is a trainer. So I train the foster parent. Everyone needs to take them, needs to understand what it looks like to foster. And so I just help people through that process. So I train the classes. They'd reached out and asked if we would take him. And I just said, nope, that is too far outside of our scope. We just had too much on our plate. We were unable to help. Eventually, we had just agreed to 24 hours. We would help for 24 hours. They were in crisis. They would be able to find a residential facility or an inpatient treatment, like an emergency treatment option. So we would get him later that evening, and then we would keep him until sometime mid-morning that morning. So 24 hours max, and they would come up with a plan that next day. So we're just buying them a little time. The department dropped them off and we talked it out. We talked some strategies, a safety plan in case we needed to. They were going to keep their phone on through the night and help us. And he is 7 years old. That's what they say when they call you and tell you this very sweet little person has big behaviors. And you're thinking like, oh, okay. And then they get there and you're like, oh, that's big. We just kept walking the path and reevaluating. The department was great at validating my needs, my feelings, my frustrations, giving me some tools and strategies. His counselor was great at knew him well and great at giving me the tools and the backing and the support that I needed. I felt confident that she had my back when I needed to advocate for something. I could have said no, I could have said that. And I think that was always on the table. They were always reassuring me that, like, if this becomes too much, like, what's our strategy and what do we do next? Somewhere along the lines, I started realizing that he was making progress and he was not going to qualify for inpatient treatment. We have to push back. We have to fight for him. And I think the bar has to be in the same place it is for everybody else. We have to understand where he comes from, what he's been through, why he may act the way he acts. That doesn't mean he requires less, that he deserves less than any other kid in the room. He deserves permanency. He deserves that. And I'm sitting here saying I'm just temporary. So they're going to move him, and what that looked like and how I let him go is ultimately what changed my mind. We just decided to switch from being temporary to looking at what permanency looked like. I think he feels included, important. He has my last name. He's one of the kids. He idolizes his brothers. He wants to be just like them. But yes, I think I would take him again. I would do it again. I would do all of this again. I'm a better human. I'm a better wife. I'm a better mom. My husband and I are better partners. I think you have to work really hard to get to the other side of it and see it. But this is the best thing I've ever done. I hope that families open their eyes to it and get involved in any way they can. Help, there's lots of organizations and people that I couldn't do this job without. And I think that if you maybe aren't meant to foster, that you could help a foster family and understand the need. Like, there are so many kids that need homes.